Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kazanthi here, and today we're going to be building a little tiny home. Unfortunately it doesn't qualify as a real tiny home because I've had to use flooring on the top of the house for building purposes, for reasons. But it is small. As you can see, it is small. But my main inspiration for this was the japandi architectural and interior design style. So I've just gone for a square base shell and then a veranda or deck, porch, whatever. I don't know what different words mean. But I tried to bring in the little kind of Japanese style roof here. I don't know if I did it right, but I think I maybe could have done it a bit wider on top, but yeah, I was just kind of keeping it small, minimal. That was my main goal. The exterior turns out to be quite dark in tone. Oh, that was so annoying. I remember that happening. Because I was trying to put those eco lifestyle, these things, and then it just deleted everything. But yeah, the exterior turned out to be quite dark and the interior a bit lighter. But overall, it's really nice. It's really pretty. I really like the very minimal landscaping on the outside. And it was also just fun to build because it was just really satisfying. Like, I really like this interior design style. I love the wood tones that are quite common with it. And yeah, it was just really fun. So you can see I'm just finishing up with the porch. So I saw a photo of a house that had this sort of paneling, and I emulated it here, but originally I wanted to delete the walls, and I do later on. But when I first tried to delete the walls, it would delete the wood slats too, which isn't what I wanted. So unfortunately, yeah, it wasn't working at first, but later on I managed to delete the walls just fine and managed to keep the wood slats as well. And then for most of this build, sorry, my brain was just thinking, it's either I use Snowy Escape or Eco Lifestyle. I'm so sorry. What is going on? I think it's over now, but that was just weird. I think I was checking the gallery shot of the lot, because sometimes you build something and then the gallery shot is so awful, like it's got a pillar or a street lamp in the way, and it's just like, why and how was this a good idea? I don't understand. Like there's one in Mount Komorebi up on the mountain that's like that. It's so frustrating. Anywho, so yeah, I really like this sort of half open, half closed idea of the porch, and okay, I need to fix this. Why is it going blank? But yeah, and then I just use loads of for the landscaping, I use these rocks, and I use the red leaf trees from Snowy Escape as well. So mainly it is all Snowy Escape. There are quite a few kits, just because I love the kits. I love the kits so much. They are like satisfaction central because it's easy to get right. But yeah, so I also mirrored the way the driveway is like sandy. I mirrored that on the lot as well here and in front of the porch, so it's like showing that there's like a sand base and the grass is growing on top, if you get me. But yeah, so this side is going to be the bathroom, so I use these mesh windows. Otherwise I use the Snowy Escape square large windows. That's just a window pane and not the paneled windows, because the eco lifestyle ones that you just saw me bring out, their wood tones just didn't match at all. See, there we go. I managed to delete and I was very happy. But yeah, their windows didn't match at all. You'll probably see it happen now. Here you go. So the Snow Escape ones are a lot better with this exterior wood swatch that I've used. And then the floor plan is really basic, so I kind of build it as I go along, but what happens is we have the bedroom on the right, the bathroom on the left, and then a dining and living space in the centre. Admittedly, the bedroom and the bathroom are probably quite big, and it was a bit hard to decorate the entirety of the interior because each of the 3 rooms they're very blocky, they're very square. And I think I've mentioned this before, it just, personally, I find that makes it a lot harder to figure out what to do with the room because it's too empty, it's too basic to be able to be like, this nook here could be that and stuff. But I am happy with the look overall. And yeah, there's no no hard feelings. I just was like, just recognize it. It would have been maybe easier had I made a more interesting shell. But hey ho, hey presto, we're here. So just changing the swatch on this bedside table and wardrobe here to be a bit lighter, and then we decorate the bedside table with an alarm clock and that little bonsai cherry tree. I bring in the meditation stool here, and after some umming and ahhing, it does end up facing the window, which is quite nice. And then this table's actually from Eco Lifestyle, but it suits the, like, that texture just suits the mats somehow in my brain. So I end up using that too. And then a lot of the kits come through again. So there's a bit of a pink tone alongside the neutral wood tones going on. But otherwise there's not that much colour. There's a lot of natural colours, but unlike the pink radio you've got here, there's not that many of those man-made tones running throughout the build. It is mostly like natural tones, because even arguably like the blue on the tapestry is quite natural compared to that pink. That's quite an unnatural pink. But yeah, now we're just finishing up this room with this little painting. I end up going for the pink perfume swatch, that one. Yeah, and then just bringing it down to bring it in line, and then we are moving on to the bathroom. So I did have a bit of struggle because, again, like I said, I had built the floor plan as I went, so I didn't really think it through that well. And as you can see, this bathroom is tiny, and I knew it just wasn't going to work, and I didn't have the mental space to figure out how to make it work. But what we end up going for is, later we expand it into a 2-tile wide room, and the shower is just here in like a separate sort of room with a glass door and a glass window, to create a fake little stand-in shower, basically, instead of using the like cubicle showers that you get, which are all one unit. And then I use the Eco Lifestyle sink, but the Mount Komorebi toilet, which again, they go really well together. These 2 packs I think really suit one another. I think they came out quite I'm pretty sure it was Eco Lifestyle and then Snowy Escape. I might be wrong with that, but I'm pretty sure that's the order. And you can see they were very like well informed by one another. Otherwise, then we're just clustering up in the bathroom for now. That's like the bathroom done. As soon as I made the 2 tiles wide, it was so much easier. With these tiny homes, I feel my floor plans need to get a bit better, because either I'm forgetting the bathroom or the stairs, and it becomes a bit of a mess. But I'm really enjoying building these tiny homes. I think it's so much quicker, it's so much cuter, and somehow I feel I can do a lot more because there's a lot less to have to deal with. Building those big, like, massive builds isn't really for me, but, you know, I'll probably do them once in a while. I just find them too much. maybe when I get quicker and more used to building again. This was quite quick, to be fair. It only took me like an hour to build this, so we are getting there. But then as for the kitchen, I wanted it to be right there when you walked in, and initially I was going to line it up against the wall, but because I had set the paneling outside so that it framed the entry door like really well, I didn't want to mess with that and have to figure that out. So I just changed it so that it was in the center of the room, and that did then reduce a lot of the space, unfortunately, but it worked out in the end, and I kind of like the unique layout that I've created. The only thing was, again, trying to remember everything. So originally this mini fridge I was gonna just slide into the countertop here, but then I remembered I need a sink, so I've added in the sink and I moved the mini fridge along and it was all fine. But yeah, it was just starting to feel a little bit cramped, which obviously isn't necessarily what japandi or Scandi style is about, but it's my own take, it's my own interpretation. I'm free to interpret as need be for when I forget to do floor plans. But yeah, here we go. We're just finishing cluttering up the kitchen there, and then I've placed the TV on the counter. So it's only a small TV, but it's giving vibes. It's giving vibes. And then I just bring in those panels from outside and use them as a sort of divider in the room. And then you can see I'm about to like put loads of pictures on the walls here, but it just started kind of destroying the nice, clean and simple aesthetic that I had going on. So instead I just take the final painting, which is this one, that I placed down, and put that above the counter where the hob or stovetop is, and I get rid of the rest and just create like a less busy atmosphere, which was quite nice. And then just to finish up, really, I start putting in some shelves. So we've got this bookshelf, which I think is from high school years. I'm not too sure. I'm not familiar with all the pack icons from like the new packs. So I need to learn which ones are which, because otherwise I can't tell you guys where I've got things on. So I'm pretty sure it's high school years. And then I take this, which I can't remember where it's from at all. But I'm pretty sure everything I like just used was high school years, but I could be wrong. Anywho, so I use this as like a extra wardrobe space kind of area. Like they've got loads of clothes and the wardrobe in the bedroom doesn't fit everything anymore, so they've put some by the kitchen, or maybe it's like hanging and drying laundry, who knows. And then I just bring in this little planter pot holder from the Blooming Rooms kit, which fit in really well. And it just didn't block the space up without having to like pay for loads of plants as well. So it's 2 birds 1 stone. It's really great. And then just to like really tie it all together, I change. Excuse me, sorry, I need to turn my phone silent. I changed the that 3-seater couch from Dream Home Decorator to these littler ones. So the one on the right is definitely Snowy Escape, but the other two, very unclear where they're from. And now we're just moving on to screenshots. So I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, all the info is in the description down below as per usual. I hope you enjoyed, and please like, subscribe and share. See you next time. Bye.